Hi there, David here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you are a subscriber or if you visited the channel before. In the past, I shared a video regarding the Withings Smart Scale, the SW-50 model, and I realized I only did the setup video but not a follow-up video to show how to use the scale. Make sure you have the scale set up first. Okay, if you haven't watched the video and you may want to see it, you'll see thumbnail shared here on the screen. Make sure it's set up first, that you have the apps, third-party apps linked to your smart scale, and you can see this on the app itself. In my case, the Withings scale app, it's called HealthMate, but the brand of the scale is Withings. So hope you don't confuse it with these names. Just make sure it's linked properly, shows us installed on the app, and your third-party applications are also connected. I personally recommend MyFitnessPal, and you have another video for that as well. The second thing you want to be aware of is look for a flat and hard surface. That's really very basic but very important, because these scales are rather delicate. The one that I use, it's a glass top, so you want to make sure it's not wobbly or it's unstable, and you can even have an accident if you try to use it on the wrong surface. Now, once you have placed your scale, make sure you do it carefully, 1 foot at a time. I know this sounds like dumb, but I almost had an accident once. So 1 foot at a time, whatever is your preference, left or right first, and that it's evenly distributed, okay? So you want to make sure there's a separation, left and right foot, and you leave room for that screen that is going to be showing on the scale, kind of on the front from where you have your feet, okay? Because you want to make sure you have a view, a clear view to that screen, to make sure if there's error messages, you're aware of that, or you can read everything coming up and you don't step off the scale before it's done. Okay, so step onto the scale slowly and stay there. Now, this is what you can expect, especially if it's the first time. The first thing you're going to be seeing is going to be your weight. Okay, it may take a moment to come up. You would see like the weight in kilos or pounds kind of going up and down until it calibrates. Once you see your name, like in my case he would say DAV for David, and it blinks, immediately after that the weight is going to stop. It's going to be still. When you see your name and the blinking and the weight coming up and no longer going up and down, you can tell it's working. You can tell your weight has been captured to your profile that you set up before, and then it's going to go through the next item. So I'm going to quickly mention the points of data, the piece of data that the scale is going to be capturing. You're going to be seeing obviously on the demo video that is going to be on the screen, but after the weight gets captured, you're going to see the increase or decrease in weight from your prior measurement. If it's the first time you use the scale, then it should say 0, because there's no prior reading or measurement to compare against. Otherwise, it would say whatever is the difference between now and the prior time you weighed in yourself. So that is the second piece of data that you're going to see. Next up, you're going to see a fat percentage, okay, of your weight. It's going to be a straight number in a percentage format. So you might see, let's say 15%, 20%. That's just a straight number measuring what percentage of your overall weight is composed of fat. Pretty straightforward, okay? That's the third piece of data that is going to come up. The fourth piece of data is going to be a combination of temperature and weather. So I would say, in the case of my personal scale, I have Fahrenheit, for the temperature measurement. So it might say 72 degrees. And in addition to that, it's going to have some icons showing if it's cloudy or rainy or sunny. So it kind of gives you an idea of the temperature, but also other weather conditions outside of your house. So that is the fourth piece of data that comes up on the scale. Don't get off just yet. There's 2 more pieces of data coming up before you get off, okay? The 5th and very important piece of data that is going to come up is your heart rate. Heart rate, again, very straightforward. Whatever is the heart rate that your body has at the moment of using the scale, it's just going to come up. In my case, just to give an example, somewhere in between like 50 or 65, it's considered a resting stage heart rate, you know, like an average, healthy for me. So this would vary depending on your own personal body, health, size, and so forth. So that is the 5th piece of data that comes up. And lastly, maybe not super related to your body directly, but it's related to where you live. It's going to show a CO2 or carbon dioxide. That's just the quality of the air inside of your house. It would show a graph and then a number with the CO2, the carbon dioxide. Honestly, I didn't get too deep into what numbers would be considered healthy numbers versus a harmful number. You can always research further, or I can research further if you really want to and post another video on that. But otherwise, it's going to show the quality of the air, or CO2 or carbon dioxide, as the last measurement. Okay, so once you see that carbon dioxide, the screen itself is going to go dim, it's going to go dark. So at that time, or at that point, you can get off the scale because everything has been measured, and within a minute, a couple of minutes, usually less than 5 minutes, but usually 1 or 2 minutes, you go into your app on your mobile device, and if you don't see it, you can refresh it or close and relaunch the app, and it should give you the measurement of your weight, your heart rate, and your fat percentage, which are the 3 items that are related directly to your body using the scale. Very quickly, in the last few seconds, the bonus is to save you a good amount of money. After you use the scale, make sure you take off or take out the batteries. Don't leave the batteries in the scale because it's going to drain very quickly. So if you made it this far, I thank you for your support, subscriptions, likes, everything that you know, it's very appreciated. And I would see you guys in the next video.